These JA Henckels International, I'm not sure what they came with from the factory, but a lot of German knives tend to start out with a 20-degree or higher edge angle, so pretty wide, and it's for a different kind of cooking, more like chopping, whack, 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 whack. You know, sort of common denominator, people who don't have a lot of good knife skills, so it makes the edge very strong, and a lot of times the steel that they use is softer, and so it is easier to get back to normal sharpness with, say, a nice steel like this, or a cheap steel like this. And what these are is hardened metal, and you just run the surface of the edge along something like this, and it bends the softer steel back into an acute edge. So it allows you to cut the food easier. It doesn't do so much sharpening as, say, another kind of steel like this, which isn't actually made of steel, it's made of ceramic, or another Worksharp product, which is this diamond rod, which is actually a sharpening rod, and it comes, this was a part of the accessory kit, which came with the extra edge angle guides, and it comes with a rough diamond and a fine diamond rod, a rat tail rod. So you can even use these to sharpen a serrated blade. You can get right into the serrations, and then you can also run it flat on the flat side to sharpen up one of these things, which a lot of people aren't aware that they can even sharpen a serrated blade. This is actually a pretty cool product. I'll discuss this more in a future video. So with these rods, as you can see, I did the bulk of the work with this machine, restoring old blades that were in really bad shape, and that takes a long time. But then, to get a very fine edge, a very beautiful edge, I further took it down the rod. And now my life's way easier. And I will show you in another video all the food prep that I've done. And so that was the carving knife. I've shown you the 5-inch utility. Here's the paring knife, just real quick. Sheepskin paring knife. This one needs a little polish since I've been using it. So I'll just run it on the smooth side real quick here. Just 4 times each side. Now let's see here. Much better. Goes very quick, especially with these softer steels. The ceramic's a very hard material, and it actually removes some of the steel. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but you can see some sort of gray streaks along here. That's actually a bit of the steel coming off, just to sharpen it a little. So that's an actual sharpener. It doesn't just straighten it. It does, but it actually pulls a little bit of the material off to make that very apex of the edge more sharp. And so I actually polished this a little bit ago, but this is the knife I use the most in my food prep, and you'll see that in the further videos if you care to watch. And this is the 7-inch Santoku from JA Henckels International. It's a very nice knife. It wouldn't be my first choice, but it was very impressive, and it made short work of very hard vegetables, soft vegetables, just about everything I threw at it. And it will make very short work of this paper, just 2 fingers, just the weight of the blade. And so I spent a little bit extra time polishing this one up, because after the food use, it got a little bit more toothy, and I wanted it to come back to very, very sharp, because it is my main use knife. I want it to have the best edge function.